Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to another Empires and Puzzles video, and in this video we're taking a look at the new Lunar New Year, whatever excuse they can come up with for a new portal hero, Xiaotu. Right? What do we think? Probably Xiaotu. Anyways, before we get to this video, if you haven't checked out Gemstone Legends yet, come check it out. There are, no joke, thousands of players from Empires and Puzzles that have come over already, and for good reason. Simply put, it's a really fun game with some big advantages over Empires and Puzzles. We both know that the players that join these games earliest are some of the most dominant players. And this game is starting to really take off, so the longer you wait, the more you miss out on. Not only can you support the channel by using the download link in the description of this video, or by scanning the QR code on your screen, but doing so will also give you a free $50 starter bonus with an epic hero, gems, and gold coins, all for free, just by using the link or QR code provided. And then when you start, you'll gain access to beginner events exclusively for players who use the link or QR code provided that will give you another strong epic hero, a set of 5-star legendary equipment, and a platinum scroll for another guaranteed epic or legendary hero. Lastly, I have created a bunch of videos in a Gemstone Legends playlist on my YouTube channel to make learning this game as easy and fun as possible. So hit that download link in the description and get started with one of the most fun and deep Match 3 RPGs. There's a great community in Gemstone Legends. It has some huge advantages over Empires and Puzzles, and overall I think you guys are really gonna like it. For the most part, not the best looking heroes. They're still new, so they're still useful. They're not bad. That's not the claim that I'm making, but if I wouldn't put them amongst the top heroes that it's like, if you get these ones, they'll have the biggest impact on your game, except for one thing, which we'll look at in a second. So, average speed, 655 to the target, which is a huge hit. Target and nearby enemies resist healing and receive 250 damage per each, I think what they mean is attempted heal. So blocks the heal and actually does damage instead. So there's a good chance you're going to kill the target, so it's the two left over to the side that are going to be impacted. So pretty good. 4 turns is a long time for an ailment. 250 when trying to heal is pretty tough. However, if you have a healer that cleanses first, like Ferdinand or Annabelle, or I think Annabelle cleanses first, yeah, or Professor Leidenbrock, somebody like that, then you're going to get rid of this ailment. If it was undispellable, that would be pretty crazy, but it's not. Druid class, what's this family bonus? Heroes become stronger, okay. The Lunar New Year family receives different... The Lunar Year family features different Lunar Year animal heroes. Each Lunar Year animal grants a different bonus to the member of the family when paired... Wow, that's complicated. This hero gives the Year of the Rabbit bonus to members of the Lunar Year family. So only, as families go, only applies to the heroes within this family, and plus 5% mono generation. So not nothing, but the fact that only 2 of these heroes exist, there's a 0.8 chance of just getting one of them. It's absurd to think that people are going to have multiple. So when you consider the rarity and the overall number of these heroes, it's an awful family bonus. But does that mean only in 1 year are we going to receive more of these heroes? So seems pretty crap. But the best thing about them, disables minion abilities, maybe the strongest passive to ever exist. Attacks and abilities of all minions owned by enemies are disabled, so they deal no damage and they have no effects. So water pipes minions do nothing. I think this means that the minions on Miriam and Midnight don't heal and don't do the cleansing thing. They just do nothing. They still will count as HP, I think, because that's not an ability. That's just them existing. It doesn't say all minions, vanish or whatever. But to have all the effects disabled is pretty crazy. So if you have this hero, you don't have to worry about water pipe at all. And so I'm sure we're going to see elite teams chasing these heroes, as many copies as possible, just to render what are currently the most effective tanks pretty useless. So yeah, interesting special skill. Just trying. I feel like the meta only exists for the top 25 alliances at this point, because that's where all the money comes from, and those are the people who are getting all the heroes anyways, and everyone else is just like, what the fuck is going on? Maybe a contradictory opinion. All right, so let's jump in. That means that Liu Bei, his minions are not going to deal damage or counterattack. I think that'll apply even if the hero is dead, this hero. So let's see what happens. Pretty favorable start here. Alrighty, so we'll just kill these heroes. See what her damage looks like. Alright, so, yep, no counterattack. The minion HP is still there. Attacks and abilities of all minions owned by enemies are disabled. Okay, and then, yeah, just to confirm, silenced is the text that appears in new text, so nothing happens. Let's see what kind of damage we're looking at here. 1300, that's pretty big. And then, yeah, rejects healing, resist healing. So this is going to cleanse that away, but we're going to take 250 damage. Yeah, that's crazy strong. So we've seen heal block before, and heal block came out pretty timidly to begin, and then now we see heroes like Jove that have like a big healing block at fast speed on everybody with huge damage. This is just think of this as a 100% heal block for 4 turns that also deals damage. Like, that's the best heal block we've ever seen. It's a different icon, but at its core, it is a heal block, and a fantastic one. So an interesting thing to notice. All right. I want to see damage one more time. Then I don't think there's anything else to show. We've seen the damage, we've seen the heal block, we've talked about the minion effect, we've seen it in action. On defense, not really that big of a deal, because you can just not rely on minions. For some, there's going to be a few people out there where that is a big part of their best team, just based on how things work out sometimes. And, they can just re-roll, but these heroes are going to be the most powerful on offense for facing meta defense teams, because we're very much still in a minion meta at the moment, and this is just a cheat button, basically, to say, doesn't matter. Which I think is too strong for a passive. I don't like that decision was made, because I just think it's too good, and the people who can afford or are willing to just kind of throw their money at this portal now just have a a passive disadvantage or advantage. Normally, you could, in the past, you could pull the better heroes, but you still needed the board to cooperate. This is just the hero being there makes your team super good, right? Like maybe you had a special skill in the past that was like blocks new minions, and you're like, all right, if I can just fire this, then I can block these minions and maybe I can get the edge. But that's still risky. This hero just existing does that. And I do want to test one thing, so we will go back one time. I want to see if the hero dies, does this still work? And I think it will, but we're just going to confirm that. 1268. So her stats, she was limit broken, so 1100 defense, which is pretty good. That's like non-limit broken support hero level. Okay, so I don't have a way of killing just her, so we're gonna flee and rematch, and now I will kill the center 3 and see if the effects are still blocked. I'm pretty sure they will be, but that's the kind of thing that I like to do in this video, is to figure this stuff out for sure, so we don't have to be pretty sure, we can know for a fact, because I believe that is a much better position to be in. Anyone who knows me personally knows I do not like to speculate. I like to know for sure. Okay, so we'll go down the middle here. I've already seen the damage, so we don't need to worry about that. Ludwig is effectively silenced. Alright, there we go. So this will be a kill. Ah, interesting. We do get counterattack back, so the hero has to be alive. Which makes sense. I could have seen it being the other way, and I'm glad I tested, because I assumed it would be the other way. Because the passive is like, you don't have to do anything, but the hero needs to be present, you know, to bring their passive with them, and I guess they're counting them being dead as the passive not being present anymore. Which does make sense, because the hero is not present, even though their spot in the formation is still there. So that is good to know. But again, these heroes are not really going to be a problem on defense. We'll see them on defense, because some people will get them and they'll put them on defense, but their big strength is their offensive power and how they can absolutely cripple what are the best teams and what have been the best teams for months now. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Trying to get to 10,000 subscribers as a personal milestone. So if you've already helped out with that, I really appreciate it. And if you haven't, just click that button and you'll see more of the videos that you already like watching anyways. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.